very good item for him.
We get to meme you until it happens, though.
Yeah, like Leandre's on him.
Cannot be overstated. One Ash was. As we're getting a trade down here, this isn't looking very good for Nuggery, to be honest. A couple autos will do it as the flash to get away from that slice and dice.
Whoa.
As there you go. Rascal is going to flash in and pick up that first blood on the solo kill.
And that's really big. Control being exerted down in bot lane is helping out quite a lot. And so this will be interesting because Damwon are going to be...
Canyon is just really going ham here. He's going to flash the wall. Look at this guy. As overcomes Showmaker's going to be stealing all these flashes, and Clid can't get away from this. Does he have the damage?
Many years?
Yes, he should. And down he will go. Meanwhile, up in the top side, Rascal actually forced the ultimate here. Nuggery's ult also on cooldown, as it looks like things are slowly tipping again into the favor of Damwon, as now they're looking to dive top lane.
And Karma's not here. She doesn't have TP.
No TP,
oh, man.
No ultimate here for Rascal either, so they're just going to be very patient with this one.
Where were you?
Yeah, Rascal's going forward, and you can see that Canyon is going to run up. The axe is going to be flashed, but the flash comes in from Nuggery, and this guy's dead. Down he will go. That's going to be a second kill to Showmaker.
As the game goes on. So, nice one mount.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Showmaker's going to... The one auto is barely going to get him. And down he will go. It's a nice little shutdown going towards the Karma in the mid lane of Showmaker. And Nuggery, you know, after that little bit of a hiccup early on, he's been doing really well. As another fight here in the mid lane, as down will go the Olaf. You can see that Showmaker and Canyon are just so aggressive with this. That's a nice little hop away. Nuggery was not in the shop.
Oh, and the Scuttle Crab about to dissipate Canyon. They're trying to get into the river.
Oh, trying to get on top of Clid here, but he is incredibly tanky. Take a look at all the shielding that they have. It's pretty insane. Here comes Nuggery. Looking for that engage. They're only going to get the ass, as Ruler could be in some trouble. Well, actually.
Yeah, Nuggery not getting done.
Nobody actually decides to go in there. I was, okay, there's the flashes. Finally, it goes in, but that's a little bit too little too late as the magical journey going to be denied. And here comes Clid straight in the front door as the bounces are going to come in with his auto attacks. And that will be enough as Nuggery hesitated on pulling the trigger and then pulled it a little bit too late. And his unsealed spellbook.
Karma and Lulu so oppressive in this fight. And, I mean, the shields, they give Volibear and Renekton so much more EHP. Oh,
okay,
does
here we
see
go.
it? There's no pings.
Oh, and take a look at that rage bar here for Nuggery.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's got to build it up a little bit more, though.
Oh, this is a very awkward angle.
Yep. Oh, nice flank. Okay, they're going to have the hop away here from Nuggery. He does have flash available. They're coming on in to the Dragon, and here we go. The two beefy boys from Gen.G, but Clid might be burst down. He's going to get in there, and the smite is 66, and it goes to Renekton. As in the backline is Nuggery, but so is Clid and Rascal. But here we go. Ghost trying to cut it down. He's going to get burst down. The flash is over the wall. And there's nothing they can do against this Renekton, who is just leading the charge and doing insane damage in that backline. And now Gen.G with the Ocean Soul. All right, they finally figure out the Baron's being taken. And take a look at this. Gen.G just saying, nope. Let's go for Nuggery. He's left out here all alone in the mid lane, and no hopping away is going to get you away from this one. As down will go the top laner. He doesn't have TP, and he's down for 50 seconds. Gen.G can essentially do whatever they want from here. And I think we're just trading inner turrets for Elder Drakes at this point. We'll have to wait and see. Oh boy. Showmaker's dead. There you go. Godzilla strikes again. This is Godzilla 9. And down will go the Bard at the same time. And see that, okay, Canyon is going to get into the brush here. He does not have a Ragnarok. He's desperately trying to burst it down, and no, he will not be able to get it.
He smites for HP, but there's nothing he can really do. Gnar, by himself, trying to do, I mean, I guess anything. But.
Well, they're not going to go back. They're going to send Renekton, and the rest of them will push the bottom lane. And Renekton is extremely scary right now. This is the return of the Lizard coming on in. And that will be this inhibitor, and I think they're going to go for more here. They might as well. Still 5 seconds on Showmaker. Nuggery is not going to be able to go for a recall. As, okay, we're going to have the Tempered Fate, but That was a nice try. It's not good enough. Ruler just enabled way too much in a great early game from the side of Gen.G. Should be the winning factor. They're not actually going for the Nexus. They're going for kills here, as now finally they are going to turn onto that Nexus. GG, we will be having a game number 3. Most damage here is going to go to Ruler, and he was able to really just abuse.
That was Salmon Gaming versus Gen.G's game number 2, and Gen.G, with this game 2 victory, they were able to clinch playoff and also stop Damon's game win streak here in the LCK, and BDD played Karma mid for the first time of the split. It was a flex pick coming out from Gen.G, and well, usually when it comes to BDD, we kind of remind him as a very aggressive player, going for very aggressive picks, but he thought that this can be a little bit of a waste of BDD, putting him on a very supportive role, but this time around, he managed to execute a very perfect performance of this champion, supporting a lot of his champions on other lanes. At the same time, they were not having a hard time up against Gnar pick coming out from R5. Damon Gaming, this time around, they had a very decent comp coming out from the top side of the map, but the priority was all that mattered for Damon Gaming to have a game-winning scenario. But Gen.G successfully neutralized the mid lane with Karma pick up against Zoe, so their master plan didn't really work well. Damon Gaming also failed to allocate a lot of resources over to Gnar. And well, at some point of the game, they were able to close the gap between Gen.G. However, with the difference of the mechanics at teamfights, Gen.G was able to close out the game. Gen.G was really smart attacking the weakness of Gnar, and let's take a look at the highlight that happened at 16-minute mark of the game. Nuguri was a little bit rushing, but he couldn't get the ult proc stun off of the wall. So they failed to start the CC engagement, so all of the Damon Gaming players had to run away. Because they failed to get a kill onto Ashe, there was no way for them to win that teamfight. And Karma had 2 items at that point of the game, and that is her power spike. Karma giving the shield forever for his teammates. Well, he could really zone out all the remaining players on the side of Damon Gaming, and there was no space for Damon Gaming to kind of push through and find the game-winning point for that fight. Damon was actually forced into that fight, but Gen.G was really cool-headed and sidestepped all the poke damage coming out from Damon Gaming. Even though Gen.G dropped the game in the game number 1, they were still very relaxed and controlled all throughout the game this time around. Renekton already had so many items built on his pocket, so he was just casually diving in and kill the enemies and survive. This time around, Volibear and Renekton was having a lot of shield and boost, so he was able to dive onto the carry players of Damon Gaming. It is actually impressive that Gen.G was committing for a fight prior to the 30-minute mark of the game. There are a lot of top lane picks coming up against Renekton, for example, a hard counter, Quinn, and in the earlier game we saw Jace. However, Gnar does kind of require a lot of conditions, so it's really hard to actually make the best value out of this champion. Now it's time to check out the player of the game on the side of Gen.G. It was Rascal and Renekton, the B5 Renekton. This time around, he was not the sinner, he was the redemption of Gen.G. A lot of people highlight Ruler on the bottom lane, but this game started off really smoothly with this solo kill at 4th level. Damwon Gaming, they would have been supposing that Nar will be just hard winning the lane, but Renekton was doing such a great job. And Gen.G was able to stack up a lot of neutral objectives. And they were smooth sailing throughout the game. Oh, Renekton, his ultimate gives boost to all of his abilities because he was so ahead in the early phase of the game, he was having a really easy game all throughout the end. Well, Ruler was also doing a great job, and BDD and Karma, the shield on the side of Gen.G, was doing a huge contribution as well. So Damwon Gaming failed to break 2015 SKT's game score record, but let's find out in game number 3 whether they can keep their win rate on the blue side intact.